Okay folks, so you've just finished your install and the egg rider display is on. You see your battery voltage and you hit your throttle and it works, and you've gone for a ride and everything is fine. Now it's time to download and activate your egg rider app. The Egg Rider app is so that you can increase or decrease the power on your bike through the app. So I'm going to show you how to activate your Egg Rider app. Simply go to the App Store or the Play Store and you're going to look for Egg Rider and you're going to download that app. Okay, we're going to open the app. And as you can see, Egg Rider V2 says not activated, signal excellent. So you're going to activate it. You're going to hit activate now. As you can see, it says activate now. Hit that. And then where it says shop, you're going to type in GL and our company name will show up, GL Engineering. And then the order number is 30147. So that's the order number that you're going to use. You're not going to use the order number from the shipment you received or the purchase you made. You're going to use this order number. And then here, you're going to type in your email. I'm going to put in support@glengineering.co. Okay, that's my email, and I'm going to give this bike a name. I'm going to call it Little Rocket. Little Rocket. Okay, that's the name. And then I'm going to hit activate. And that should activate the app, and boom, you should be able to see all the information that you see on your display, as well as a little circle icon with parentheses around it. It shows that the app is connected. And here you can see the mode that I'm in. And now that you're here, the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to read your parameters. Your controller and the Egg Rider display comes already programmed and to your specific battery. So I'm going to give you an example of what my settings are. My battery is bypassed. So I'm going to go to, I'll show you how I got there. These three little dashed lines, and then the menu button up here, and it brings this column here. You're going to go to ASI settings. ASI settings. And before you do anything, always read. Hit read. And these are my settings for a bypassed battery. If your battery is not bypassed, pretty much your power settings would be different. Right now I have it under 7,000 kilowatts. 7,000 kilowatts. I have 430 phase amps. Regen ratio is 35%. Max throttle speed is 140 and 140. And then this is pretty much the one that you're gonna mess with. I have battery current limit at 100%. So pretty much that is the bypassed battery settings. Let's say I don't have a bypassed battery. I have a regular stock battery. If I was using these power settings on a stock battery, my battery would actually be cutting out. So I'm going to put in stock battery settings, 6,800 watts. And then I'm going to go to battery current. I'm going to do 75%. As you can see. And then I'm going to hit right. And I'm going to turn off the display and turn it back on. And the reason you need to do that is so that your settings actually stick. If you don't turn it on and turn it off, your settings are not going to stick. Okay, now I'm going to close the app and reopen it and reread. So close it. And I'm going to go look for the app again at Writer. I'm going to tap to connect. And I'm connected again. I'm going to hit these 3 dashed lines to get back to the ASI settings. And these lines up here, and then go down to ASI settings. Remember, read first. Read. And those settings did take. I'm at 6,800 watts. And my battery current is at 75%. So how did I get to those particular settings? Well, it's fairly simple. If I'm going to operate at 6,800 watts and I have a 60 volt battery, I'm going to repeat that. If I'm going to operate at 6,800 watts and I have a 60 volt battery, I take 6,800 and divide it by 60. So I'll show you that. Hey Siri, divide 6,800 by 60.
6,800 divided by 60 is about 113.3333.
Okay, that's how many amps I'm going to be drawing under those power settings. Now, we know that the stock battery can only push out at best about 85 to 89 amps before it cuts out. So I need to reduce that. And the way I do that is by reducing battery current percent, which is the setting where I turned to 75%. So basically, I figure out what is 85 amps divided by the Siri answer, 113, and that gives me a percentage. And that's the percentage I put in here. And to further fine tune it, let's say I'm driving now on a stock battery and it doesn't cut out, and I want to see if I can get a little bit more power. I'll go up in battery percent to 76%, save it, turn off the display, turn it back on, go writing again, up until the point it cuts out. If it cuts out, then I'm going to go back here and then I'm going to reduce that by 2% or 3%, just until the point it doesn't cut out. What that does is basically ensures that you can pull the most amount of power from your stock battery that has not been BMS bypassed and not cut out. So hopefully that helps. Again, the math is simple. If you're going to operate at 6,800 watts, you divide that by your battery voltage, which is 60 volts, and that gives you a number. I think it was 113. 113 amps is what you're going to be pulling if you have those settings. If that's too much for your battery, simply lower that to what your battery can tolerate. Now, other people have a 60 volt Shy battery or something like that that can push out maybe 200 amps. Well, that's fairly simple. How do you figure it out? How do you figure out what the max power setting should be before your Shy battery cutting out? Well, if it can handle 200 amps, you simply multiply 200 times 60. 60 is the voltage. So I'm going to do that right now. Hey Siri, what is 60 times 200?
60 times 200 is 12,000.
So that's the amount of watts that a 200 amp 60 volt battery can operate at. So if that was the case, remember I would read, let's say I just installed that 60 volt Shy battery into my bike, and then I will change this to 12,000. And under battery current limit, it's 100%. And then I would write that. Turn off the display, turn it back on, close the app, open the app back up, read, and make sure those settings took. Hopefully this helps. Again, you would only start messing with the app once everything is operating after your install. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us at